Hey, how's everybody doing on today? Can I get a oh yeah? That's not it.
Oh yeah.
Can I get oh yeah once again?
Oh yeah.
Clap your hands. Yeah, man. Gentlemen. Listen, man, I just did a podcast this morning and I want to bring it to my YouTube family. Want to bring it to the YouTube family, gentlemen. Once again, this is the great one. This is the great one. How's everybody doing on today? This is the great one. 1247, the great one. How's everybody doing on today? How's everybody doing on today? Can you hear me? All right, here we go. Yeah, gentlemen, did a little podcast this morning talking about production, man. And it got me thinking about where the so-called American Black community has come. It's just like, well, how did the decline of the community start? Because, gentlemen, we went from producing to actually consuming. This is what happened. Put my stuff up here. This is what happened, gentlemen. And the question you gentlemen had to, I got to ask you. Once again, we talked about, my last show, I talked about attract and not chase. The only way you can really attract is you produce. Right? Only way that you can attract, gentlemen, is that you produce. Only way that you can, once again, attract is if you produce. Once again, this the question I got to ask. Hold a second. My bad, hold a second. Let me fix that, y'all. All right. Good. Cool, gentlemen. Are we producers or consumers, gentlemen? Because once again, gentlemen, I'm talking about. Now, here's the thing. We're talking about power. See, we went from a productive community to a consuming community because we went from actually being more creative to being more of a consumer. See, we went to a consumer-based community. So when you go to a consumer-based community, gentlemen, you have lost your power. See, gentlemen, when the men before us were producing, when creativity it was at its all-time high, and you had all these different leagues and inventions and things of that nature, and you had your Motowns, and you had your Negro leagues, then you had the Wall Streets and other stuff, gentlemen. See, gentlemen, this is when you had the power. See, we had power when we were creative. See, but now we don't have power because we are a consumer-based community. The so-called American Black community has become a consumer-based community. So there is no more power. The power is gone. When you become that creative community, that's when you get your power back. See, gentlemen, the thing is when we there's so many inventions. I could run through so many inventions that, the men and women before us created. That's when you had the power, gentlemen. See, the thing is, Tulsa, Oklahoma was a thing because you were operating in creativity, which equals what? Power. Tulsa, Oklahoma only existed because creativity was at an all-time high. Production was at an all-time high. I tell you, gentlemen, all the time, if you want to be a man of power, you got to produce something. You got to produce something. If you want to be a man of purpose, if you want to be, with people talking about freedom. Now, people make songs about freedom, being free. One day we're going to be free, this, that, and the third. Freedom comes through productivity. Productivity gives you the freedom. If you're not producing, gentlemen, you're never going to be free. You have to produce in order to get the freedom. You have to produce in order to get the power. Right? I told you, gentlemen, that when thought manifests, when you manifest your thought, and then it becomes tangible. Remember this? It becomes tangible. Then it becomes purpose. Then when thought gets manifested into purpose, then the power happens. Now you have the power to control. Now you have the power. This is my product because this is what I produce. I produced this product. I produced it. So now I have the power to give it out, to do whatever. The power is to me. You don't get to dictate to me what I'm going to do with my product. So you can gentlemen, you can separate yourself from a lot of mediocrity when you get to producing. Your power comes through your production, your creativity. We had power because creativity was, the community was based off of creativity, not consumption. This is why the men before us wanted to separate. Everything was about separating. Listen, you do you, we do us. Right? Because the burning house out here, it was all about consumption. Consuming. Everything was about more, 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 more. This is how your United States was built off of. It was about consuming. It was not about producing. Our ancestors were about producing, not about consuming. This is why the separation. This is why your granddaddy, your great greats back in the day wanted to separate. That's always been our mindset. It's always been about separation because your grandfather and your great greats didn't want to get into this consumerism. Because actually consumerism is going to keep you poor. Once you get into that consumerism mindset, gentlemen, that's where your poverty happens. Let's rewind that. Gentlemen, once you get into the consumerism mindset, that's where the poverty comes in. So you got to ask yourself if the Black community, the median income, compared to all other communities, you guys go on blackeconomics.com, you guys go on CDC, the Black community is, I hate to say, at the bottom. Not figuratively, but quite literally, like the African American community as a whole, as far as median income, is at the bottom of all other nationalities. You can look this up yourself. I will pull it up, but I'm not going to do it. But you guys go to CDC.com and look at the GDP of African Americans compared to everybody else. Look at the median income of what we make compared to what other groups make, gentlemen. We are at the bottom because we have because we have become a consumer-based community. It's more about consumption. People want to look good. It's not about producing anymore. Once again, there is no, we had the Motowns. We had so many groups. We had all these Negro leagues. Football, basketball. There's so many things. There's so many sports. And all the music has been produced, was created by us, the so-called African American. It doesn't matter what genre of music you can name. It came from you and I, it came from us. This is not bragging. This is real facts. You guys can look this up. Now, different groups of people got their own types of music, right? But I'm talking about like as far as rap, rock, blues, gospel, jazz, pop, whatever you want to call it, blues, big band stuff. Water. What is not Sweetwater? Bluegrass. All that stuff, gentlemen, came from our ancestors. Because creativity was at an all-time high, gentlemen. This is when you had the power. You gentlemen had the power. Our ancestors had the power when they were in creative. When they were creating, they had the power. But once again, they took their power and they started chasing after these women, gentlemen. That's when everything fell apart. That's what I'm saying, gentlemen. Your creativity is very powerful. This is why these people, this is why the burning building, aka the United States, doesn't want you gentlemen separating and doing your own thing in Brazil, doing your own thing in Thailand, because they know just you got the DNA of your ancestors running through your body. If you can create, if your 103 years ago, if your ancestors can create a a Tulsa, Oklahoma, a Black Wall Street here. You guys can go wherever and create that Black Wall Street somewhere else. Everybody knows it's about you. Everybody knows it's about you. I don't understand how you gentlemen don't know for yourself. Everybody knows you got the blood of your ancestors running through your body. All your ancestors before you and I is running through your body. So you gentlemen can sit here. If your ancestors 100 plus years ago can create Wall Street, Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you gentlemen can go elsewhere and do the same thing elsewhere. This is what I'm saying, gentlemen. We went from a production community to a consumer community. We went from rich actually to poor. My bad. We went from being rich to being poor because we went into consumerism. We went into buying stuff. Nowadays, shoot, nobody, now people are trying to produce now, but I mean, the so-called American Black community is not where it used to be. There was no way we were being laughed at. There's like the way we being laughed at and scoffed at now. This was never happening back in the day. Because you guys had so much productivity. I mean, there was less competition, more collaboration. Man, there was gentlemen, we were popping. We were at the top of our game, but we lost the real collaborating spirit. We went into consumerism. Now everybody's trying to outdo the next person, and at the end of the day, everybody's losing. So once again, gentlemen, from a production community to a consumption community, we have taken on the mindset of the beast. These people around us, we have taken on the mindset upon those who are around us. And the thing is, gentlemen, it's up for us to make that change. Nobody else is going to come to change. Nobody's coming, gentlemen. The change starts with you, gentlemen. You gotta change. You gotta set the precedence in your life, gentlemen. Are you a producer or are you a consumer? This is where, gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, this is where rubber meets the road. We're at a critical time right now in history, gentlemen. Are you going to be a part of the mass, or are you going to separate and do your own? My bad. And do your own thing. How are you, gentlemen, going to live your life? You can be with the 80%, the 75, 80%. You can be with them. But you see how that's going. It doesn't matter if you live in a big house. Once again, you, the so-called African American people as a whole, you guys go on the CDC and look this up for yourself. You guys are at the very bottom. Because you went from a producing type of community to a consuming type of community. Once again, what is being produced in the so-called the African American community? What is being produced today? A whole bunch of Zion Williamsons. A whole bunch of Odell Beckhams. Little Uzi Vert. Something to entertain us. It's all about entertainment with the so-called American Black community. Everything is about entertainment. It's not about being constructive and being good citizens and building and doing this. No, it's all about entertainment. Entertain us like we the Samsons of society. People sitting there laughing at you, just do something. Hey, sing us that song. Dunk a basketball. Catch a football. When it comes to creativity and getting to real power, no, you can't do that. No, you can't change your image. You can't go from wearing a hoodie to a suit because that's racist. Come on, gentlemen. Gentlemen, the power is in your... Gentlemen, the power has always been... You see these hands right here? Same thing with you, gentlemen. Put your hands in front of you, gentlemen. Your power is here. Well, actually, it starts here. And when that thought becomes manifested and becomes tangible, then it becomes purpose. When you gentlemen have manifested that thought into something tangible, gentlemen, now you have the power. The power don't start out there, gentlemen. The power has always started with you. The power has always started with you, gentlemen. Your two hands, this right here, your brain, and these two hands. This is where the power is. First you get the money, then you get the power. No. First you get creative, then you get the power. Come on, gentlemen. First you get creative, then you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the freedom. Come on, gentlemen. Power and freedom are hand in hand. Power, freedom, hand in hand. Power, freedom, hand in hand. Production with the power, then comes the freedom. Production, then comes the power, then comes the freedom. Production, power, freedom. Production, power, freedom. You're not free because you're not producing. You're doing more consuming. When you consume, gentlemen, that's when you lose. You gentlemen want power, get back to producing. Get back to your creativity, gentlemen. Who cares about the newest car? Who cares about the Balenciaga? Who cares about the newest phone, the newest house, the newest this, the new? Once again, that's a whole bunch of poor people mentality. Poor people are always consuming. Let's rewind that. Poor people are always concerned about consuming, getting the next and the next and the next and the next. Poor people don't want to create. Let's rewind that. Poor people don't want to create. Poor people just want to consume. And this is why you gentlemen had to make that separation. You had to go back to what at least what those men did in that aspect is separate. You don't, gentlemen, you can't, once again, gentlemen, people of nobility and peasants don't eat at the same table. People with power and peasantry don't eat at the same table. They don't even have the same conversation. There's nothing to talk about. What is a peasant and somebody, an emperor or somebody, I don't know, somebody with power, what are you going to talk about? There's nothing to talk about. You gentlemen want power, get back into your creativity. Be productive. It's about production, gentlemen, not about consumption anymore. Nobody cares about the newest this. Nobody cares about the newest bracelet and the newest this. That's all a bunch of poor people talk. This is why I wear stuff that men and women, they produce. No, shout out to Abstract Aesthetics. Once again, I caught from them like not last year, year before last, or something like that. Maybe earlier last year, something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, John, no, that was the year before last. It's in 2022. This is why I caught. This is why I got my own brand, gentlemen. Once again, I'm not going to be a slave to some type of status. Gentlemen, I'm not going to be a slave to status. This is why I love people who are producing. I would love to support somebody who's producing. I support producers, people who are in their creativity. I support you. But if you consumer, please get the away from me. Once again, me and people who are always on status and always on the next and you trying to look good in front of people. Listen, sir, man, please get the away from me. We have nothing to talk about. Now, I don't care about no melanin. We are not the same people. I am rich, you are poor. Let's rewind that. I am rich, you are poor. I am producing, you're consuming. I don't care how much money you have today. I look in the next couple of years, you will be poor. You're consuming status and trying to look good and this, that, and the third. Listen. I don't give a about any of that stuff. I'm going back to what we used to be now was producing. It's time to get real power, John. Real power happens once again. Real power comes in your production. Power comes in your production. Being attractive comes in your production, gentlemen. I'll take the separation in the producing. Once again, I'm not gonna. The thing is, I'm not gonna take what that whole just work, 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 and be a good man and produce and provide. Yeah, that's cool, but once again, that's coming from a concept of a slave. See, somebody who wants real power is gonna talk about production, not just working, not just work, work, work. Oh, you work and get a good job and blah blah blah. No, 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 no. It's time to get back to power, gentlemen. True power comes in your creativity. Creativity is where your creativity, yeah, is where the power is. When you create, this is when you get the power. It doesn't matter, gentlemen, who's at the club. It doesn't matter who's doing this, that, and the third. It doesn't matter about any of that stuff, gentlemen. It's about your creativity. Your creativity, once again, gives you the power. Take your power back, gentlemen. Stop running. Come back to yourself. Come back to you. You got stuff that's in your brain that you need to manifest. You need to create something. You need to produce something, gentlemen. Instead of you running here and running there, that's why people are running you all over the place, because you haven't gone back to your roots, which is your creativity. Once again, you gentlemen call yourself, we gods, and Psalms 83, ye are gods, and all this other stuff. Well, gentlemen, if I read in the Bible, God said, let there be, and there was. There had to be a creation. You can't call yourself a god if you're not creating anything. If you gentlemen are not creating anything, do not call yourself some type of deity. You're not a god. You're just a peasant. My bad. You're a peasant that has on Gucci. You're a peasant that has on Balenciaga. You're a peasant. Don't call yourself no god. You're not a god. If you're not producing or creating, you're not a god, homie. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You guys are at the club doing all this wild stuff, man. What's quote unquote gods don't do that. Creation. After you finish creating, then you rest. Question is, what are you gentlemen? You're resting, but you're not creating. Like, how are you comfortable when you're not creating anything? Took 6 days to create this whole place we're in now, according to the Bible. Then on the 7th day, your quote unquote God that y'all be worshiping, then rested. The rest happens when you create. You create first, then you actually rest. But hell, I see a whole bunch of dudes out here resting, but you're not creating. So what are we really doing? And this is why I say, gentlemen, this is why a separation needs to happen immediately. A separation from the is and the ain'ts. Those consumers and producers, they can't be near each other. They can't. Think about it, gentlemen. I mean, I produce, clothes myself, gentlemen. I know what it costs to produce hoodies and high-end fashion. Gentlemen, I've been on the other side. I know the factories. I talk to the factories. Same people that I was going through one company, the same people that were producing that was going to produce my stuff, the same people that's producing Versace. Like this, no joke, gentlemen. Like the same people that produce the stuff that you spend, I got them people on speed dial right now. I can listen. I can DM them same people that that was making my stuff. It's the same people that make it Versace, and I got them in the DMs right now. I can send them a DM and get me whatever made. They making the same thing, the Versace, your Celine, all that stuff. I got connects in China too, gentlemen. Come on, man. This is what a producer does. The thing is, producers ain't chilling at nobody's mall. Think about it. If I'm a producer, if I make my own clothes, you think I'm going to be at some mall, going to the quote unquote high end store, and I'm about to spend thousands of dollars when it cost me pennies on the dollars to make the same thing? You spending thousands of dollars. I can get that same thing made with them same people for pennies on a dollar. Maybe not pennies, but I know I ain't gonna spend no thousands of dollars getting that stuff made. All I'm saying is there's a difference between a consumption mindset and a production mindset. These two don't have anything in common. This is what I'm saying, gentlemen. You have to make your separation from the majority of these people that you once knew. You're gonna have to do it because you're not going to be coming around people who's always talking about consumption and you're talking about production, gentlemen. That's oil and that's oil and water. It's never going to work. You're trying to come back into power, and you got people around you, mass majority of people, on this slavery nonsense. They're trying to get the newest this and the newest phone and the newest, and you're thinking about producing. I'm thinking about producing this and producing that. Right? You chasing after the newest this. I'm thinking about, shoot, how can I get that actually made? So you got that shirt? Let me see. I'm looking at tags. When I see shirts and stuff like that, when I go into the mall, I'm going in and seeing where, first of all, what's the blend, what's the mixture, what's the blend between polyester and cotton, whatever it is, or what's silk or whatever it is. I'm looking at tags to see how to produce that. You're looking at the tag to see who you can impress with that. That's two different mindsets. I'm in the mindset of a producer. You're in the mindset of a consumer. We can't be around each other. I can't be with you. I can't kick it with you. There's nothing we can talk about. There's nothing we're going to discuss because you're going to come from a place you're down looking up, and I'm up looking down at you. We don't have anything in common. This is where, hey, this is where the rubber meets the road. I don't care about this melanin stuff. You're either going to be creative and produce, or you're going to be a consumer and keep doing what the losers do. This is why I don't go to the club. Once again, what does a producer and a consumer? They have nothing in common. We don't have anything in common. I don't care about no melanin. That doesn't mean anything. You want to produce all day. You want to lay up all day. You want to do wild stuff all day. I'm producing, my friend. We don't have anything in common. You know what I'm saying, gentlemen? It's like when you get in a producer mindset, gentlemen, your choice of women actually get better. You can't be a producer and be with a consumer type of female. This is what's happening now. You gentlemen trying to produce and you got a consumer-based type female. It's not going to work. This is why don't get me wrong. This is why the decline of community is happening now, because they turned the community over to these females. So once again, you went from producing to consuming. And this is why you see the steady decline of this so-called American Black community. It is what it is, gentlemen. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest about what's going on. The community was going up and up and up and up, and you got the silver. Everything was cracking. Then once again, your woman decided, your woman, I can't say my woman, your woman decided to go to the military, to the government, and that's when the decline of the so-called community started. It is what it is. You went from a production community to a consumer. And when your community goes into a consumer base, you're free falling. Then you get you're supposed to be around, you're supposed to be stepdaddies and all that foolishness. This is where you gentlemen are getting the headbutting with these women, because it's just like, hey, I want you to do what, it's because what I'm hearing is, I just want you to do what we want you to do. And gentlemen, that stuff doesn't work anymore. Maybe it worked for the men before us, our father and grandfather. And once again, all that gaslighting and boo hoo hoo and got your daddy and them to stay around, but it's not happening with us. All that gaslighting and this and that, and why are you talking about Thailand and all this? Gentlemen, that's a wrap. All them days are over. Them days, the gaslighting days, them days are over. You gentlemen have to be producers. You want power, gentlemen, produce something. You gentlemen want power, produce something. Produce. Come on, gentlemen. It's not that hard. Be. Once again, you guys call yourself gods and deities, gentlemen. Well, you're going to have to create something. Once again, if you read your Bible, you know God didn't say, "Let me buy let me buy a Louis bag." The guy say in the beginning, "Let me buy a Louis bag. Let me buy Balenciaga. Let me buy a Lamborghini." No. Let me create. I want a world. Let me create it. I need light. Give me some light. Give me a sun. Give me a moon. Creation after creation after creation after creation. If you want to be like the so-called God, gentlemen, you're going to have to create something. Sorry. Stop this consumer nonsense. That consumer stuff is a bunch of slavery. Once again, peace and love to the older gentlemen, but that's one thing I'm not taking. I do want to separate. I do want to get back I do want to get back to that creativity, but this whole work for Mr. Johnny and die a poor man's life, man, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna teach my kids that. We just gonna work. We gonna get degrees and just work to the day they put us in the ground, man. That's some bullshit. Nah, we don't get degrees so we can work. It's great to work. No, we get degrees and we get this information so we can do more creating. Production is where your power is, gentlemen. Creativity is where your power is, gentlemen. Not into just the you know, it's how can I what's the song? We're not doing just to get by no more. This is why I stopped going to all these rallies and all this other stuff. Once again, a whole bunch of whining and complaining. Listen, gentlemen, warriors / producers, they're not doing any complaining. They're getting the job done. A real warrior does not complain. A real warrior we're just not gonna have the same conversation. We're not gonna keep having this same 60-year-old, 50-something-year-old conversation of slavery and civil rights. Gentlemen, no. We're not having that conversation. Conversation now is, hey, listen, hell, people that produce, they produce in silence. You know, it's about silence. You know, it's not about all that loud stuff, man. A lot of these jokers talking that loud stuff, man. They're not about that life. Right? A lot of these men out here doing all that talking stuff, man. You're not about that life, man. Oh, we gonna no. Real producers, listen, I'm telling you this right now, gentlemen. People who really run the world are people who are not seen. People who are not seen, so-called, run the world. People who open their mouth, you don't run a motherfucking thing. You don't run nothing but your mouth. People who really run the so-called world are not seen. They don't want to be seen. People are always wondering what this person is doing, gentlemen. See, this is when I know, listen, gentlemen, let me tell you something. When you're on the right track with this power thing. When people are wondering what you are doing, gentlemen, you're coming back into your power. When people are wondering what you're doing because you're not around anymore, you're not having these conversations anymore, you're off doing your own thing, gentlemen, you're coming back into your power. Remember that. People checking for you, doing this and so. Yo, what's 12 doing? What's going on with 12? You know, once again, I'm always a conversation in your mouth. This is when you gentlemen know you are coming back into your power. You're taking your power back. You went from the consumption always going out. Now you reversed it. Now you're coming back in. Instead of you going out, you came back in. Now you're developing things, you're taking things, you're manifesting some things. Like me, gentlemen, I don't need to listen. I'm in Atlanta. I'm not going out to Atlanta. Yeah, I'm in Atlanta, but gentlemen, I'm not going out to nobody's uh I'm not going out to nobody's club. I didn't listen. I didn't come to Atlanta. I didn't make a change to do the same thing I was doing back up in Maryland. I'm not doing it. I didn't come here to hit the reset button and do the same thing I was doing when I got to Maryland when I was back in '07. I got to Maryland 16 was it? I got in Maryland in '07 at the end of '07, getting out the military, focused, wanted to do modeling, acting, all types of stuff. I wanted to do that. But once again, got lost in the sauce, clubs, partying, man, push my dreams and everything to the side. Spent 5 years doing that, then got married. Then spent 10 years doing that. Just lost in the sauce, gentlemen. Mission, purpose, all that stuff getting pushed further and further back. Now I'm finally into my purpose. Now I'm manifesting, gentlemen. This right here, what you see right here, gentlemen, this is manifestation. This is a start to my production company. Now I'm in my purpose. See, now I'm actually in the purpose. This is where I can be attractive now. Once again, I don't need to broadcast it. I don't need to, oh, I got a production studio. No, man. Just, this is where things start. I'm in here brainstorming. I'm in here making my own content. I don't have to contact somebody to make my own content. I can sit here and turn my own lights on and turn on my own microphone and get things cracking myself. See, this is when I have the power, gentlemen. See, I don't have to see, gentlemen. Once you have the power, gentlemen, you don't have to wait on anybody. Yeah. Can I get yeah?
Oh yeah.
Let's rewind that. Gentlemen, once you are in your productivity, that productivity turns into power. See, I don't have to wait on anybody to produce anything. I have the power to do it myself, gentlemen. See, all this waiting on your neighbor and wait for your homie, all of us need to come together, gentlemen. That's a bunch of bullshit. Take your damn power back, gentlemen. Be productive. I could come here and produce whatever I want to produce because, gentlemen, I'm doing all this by myself. I got, like I said, I got another channel on YouTube and I got two podcast channels. I'm doing all by myself, gentlemen. Once again, all this starts right here. It is what it is. See, I took my power back, gentlemen. I'm not giving my power to nobody in some community. I don't have to wait for all of us to come together to get something done, gentlemen. Gentlemen, if you got to wait for a whole bunch of people to come together to get something done, it's not going to get done. That's the whole thing they've been preaching since the 60s. Oh, all of us need to come together. Come on, man. That's a stalling tactic. If you gentlemen want power, you want something to get done, gentlemen. Listen, gentlemen, get it done. You don't need 50 people. You don't need 100 people. Start with yourself. And whatever you produce, whatever little bit you can do, do something yourself. Then once again, once you start producing, that's when you become more attractive now. You become more attractive. Now you want people who are in the same mindset, not about the melanin. I don't want to attract somebody just because of skin. That means nothing. But they say all skin folk ain't kinfolk. You gentlemen want the power, produce. Stop waiting on somebody. Stop waiting on the 15 people, gentlemen. I'm doing it by myself right now. I'm doing it by myself. I'm having fun doing it. Because once again, gentlemen, it's about legacy. It's not about just, it's not, okay. I hate to say it like this. It's not about community. It's about legacy. Let's rewind that. It's not about community, gentlemen. It's about legacy. You are the start of your own community. Your community starts with your productivity, right, gentlemen? You never heard that before. See, your productivity is the start of your community. You do not connect yourself to people based on some skin color. That's not how it works. Your product, Jones, say it again. Your productivity is the start of your community. Your productivity first, not somebody else's. Now what has happened back in the day? No, your productivity today is the start of your community. Right? Because somebody can't tell you, oh, you're a part. No. I'm not a part of your community. You're not doing what I'm doing. See, this is when you can see, gentlemen, this is where the you can have boundaries now. See, once you come into producing something, then you establish boundaries. See, I'm producing something, you're consuming. See, when I'm producing, you're consuming. Once again, I don't have to be around that. I don't have to be around you. I don't have to do it because you're doing what you always been doing. It's a whole bunch of talking, whole bunch of consuming, a whole bunch of competing, a whole bunch of little boy stuff. I'm producing. I'm on a whole different side of the field. Matter of fact, we're not even on the same field. All that competing and trying to look better than the next man and trying to smash all these girls, all that wild stuff in the football games and all that. Man, listen, I'm not with that. Producers and consumers don't. That's oil and water. We don't have anything to talk about. I have power. You don't. You're still waiting on a change, and I'm actually creating one. Let's rewind it. You're still waiting on a change. I'm creating one. I'm creating legacy. You're chilling. We don't have anything to talk about. I don't care about your melanin. I'm doing my ancestors proud. You are actually disgracing them. I'm making my ancestors proud. You're disgracing yours because you're still waiting on a change. I'm creating. I'm using my God-given ability. See, God created. So if I'm made in the image of this creator, I am doing the same thing that this God was doing. So if I'm made in the image, in the likeness of somebody who creates, and I'm doing exactly what this creator God is doing, you're not doing it. So the question is, who really created you? If I'm made in the image and likeness of this creator God who created this and spoke this and created this and create, and I'm doing the same thing that this creator God is doing, but you, on the other hand, are waiting for something, you're waiting for a change, you're constantly consuming, buying, doing this and doing that, then yeah, who created you? Yeah, who created you? Because I'm doing something that the book said. The book said create. I'm doing the same thing. You're not. So once again, who really created you? Anyways, that's just Ted Beck. I don't want to go down to that rabbit hole. But yeah, gentlemen, this is what I'm saying. We went from a production community to a consumption community. You gentlemen gonna have to make your choice. You gonna keep going down? You gonna follow these people, or you gonna forge your own way? The only way you're gonna forge your own way is through your production. And whatever you produce, remember, gentlemen, whatever you produce And whoever you share it with, that's your business. You do not produce something for these people. If these people want to consume, gentlemen, let these people consume. But you're producing. So you keep going down this way and let them people keep going down that way. Them people that consume cannot lay claim to what you have produced. Don't get into that community nonsense. What, gentlemen, will say it again, what you have produced. These people that consume cannot lay claim to what you produce based upon some melanin. Don't get caught into the okie doke. Don't get caught in these people. They want to invite you over here, and gentlemen, don't go back to this. Because remember, they're consumers, gentlemen. They're gonna. I hate to say like a parasitic parasite community. You producing something, these people want to claim, they want to claim you now. All of a sudden, nobody was paying you no attention. All of a sudden, you out here creating something, doors opening for you, and you got stuff going on, cranked up. And all of a sudden, this consumer-based community, all of a sudden they want to let you back into the cool boys and girls club. Let's be like the cool kids. Oh, let's be like the cool ones. Yeah, everybody's. Yeah, gentlemen. You gentlemen got to have power. And power comes, once again, comes through your creativity, comes through your production. If you're not producing, gentlemen, you don't have power. Hold on, let me rewind that. If you gentlemen are not producing, you do not have power. I don't care what type of car you're driving. I don't care what type of degrees you have. I don't care what type of job you have. I don't care what type of club, sorority, fraternity. I don't care what you join. If you are not creating, you do not have power. People, men who are producing have power. Once again, you gentlemen want to take control of your life. You want to break this so-called big mama curse syndrome over your life. Gentlemen, keep producing. I keep telling you, gentlemen, you are not a tool. The only way you can get out that tool status if you actually produce something. That's the only way you're going to get out that tool status with the so-called this consumption community. You have to produce. If you don't put any work in, gentlemen, you're gonna follow these people. The 75, 80% of these people going down this way to God knows where. And if you're not producing something, gentlemen, you're not creating, you're not in your godlike abilities, gentlemen, you're gonna follow these people. It don't matter. I don't care how much complaining you're doing and so won't submit to me, gentlemen. You're going down the same road as these people. Now I don't know where that road's heading to. I'm over here. I'm producing. Once again, I need power. I need freedom. Once again, if these consumer people would just produce, really come all y'all going together and y'all going God knows where. If you guys, all you consumer-based people will come together and produce something, you can get your power back. It's that simple. 80% of you so-called men sitting and following whatever the crowd. Hell, if 80% of you people all come together and produce something, gentlemen, you can have power. You can have your own control. You have your own freedom. If not, gentlemen, you just gonna keep working to the day you die. They're gonna put you in the ground and nobody's gonna remember you. Nobody's going to remember you because you were a worker. You weren't a producer, you were a worker. Just like music. Hell, those who produced, their music and whatever they produce will live on forever and ever and ever. And they pass that down to their children, their children's children's children. So many producers out all around you, gentlemen, but you worried about getting the newest not red bottoms. You did the newest what? Balenciaga? The newest Celine, the newest Prada, the newest Hermes. Come on, gentlemen. You're losers. People that are really producing, these are the winners in life. Producers are the winners, not the consumers. The more you produce, the more power you have. The more you produce, the more freedom excuse me, the more you produce, the more freedom you will obtain. But you got to produce, gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you. You want to be cool with the cool kids? Cool, gentlemen. You're going to get what everybody's going down this road. You're going to get what everybody else get. You don't get what the gentlemen, once again, the consumers don't get what the producers get. So whatever freedom, whatever door, whatever opportunities these producers get, these consumer people are not going with them. If I'm producing and something opens up for me, them people that I left back here, they don't get to come up here with me. No, you get what everybody else gets. You get what everybody else, the whole consumer community, you get what everybody else get. Whatever I'm producing has nothing to do with y'all. I don't care, melanin, brother. I don't care about none of that stuff. That doesn't mean anything. Nah. We don't, gentlemen, we don't play these games. I told you, I'm the bad guy for real. I'm the bad guy in real life to these consumer-based people. But the only thing, if I come back to these people, what do you think they're going to do to me and the things I produce? They're going to consume it. This is what consumers do. It's like parasite. They look for a host. Always looking for a host, the next host, and the next host, and next. They just want to latch on and suck you dry. That's it. Nah, man, we don't have we don't. Nah. I'm not. Listen, I'm not with that. I told you, gentlemen, I don't care about no barbecues. I don't care about no strip clubs. I don't care about them day parties. I don't care about them rallies. I don't care about none of that shit. I have the power now because I'm producing. And producers have power, not the consumers. So yeah, gentlemen, make your choice now. Do you want to be a producer or a consumer? You want to be a winner or a loser? That's where the rubber meets the road. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? If you want to win, you're gonna have to produce. If you want to lose, keep consuming like the rest of these people. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care whose feelings I hurt. It's just that simple. Ladies, you too. Hey, listen, you want to be with the rest of them people out here consuming, knock yourself out. But if you want to produce, this is where you get power. If you want to produce, this is where you get freedom. If you want to produce, this is where you get opportunity. It's when you produce, when you're creative, when you manifest. This is when you get on your mission. This is when you become attracted. This is where people can be drawn to you now. People can be drawn to you. People that you like. And the thing is, you have the power to reject whoever tries to come into your life. Nah, I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you. Okay, what you got going on? What's up? What's your mission? What's your mindset? What are you producing? Are you producing or are you consumer too? This is how you gentlemen can weed all this foolishness out, gentlemen. You don't have to keep picking from the bottom of the barrel type stuff. You don't have to keep picking the berries that fell off the tree. The apple that fell off the tree, gentlemen. You don't have to keep picking from that stuff. You can pick whatever you want to pick. You get that type of power when you get into your production, when you get into your creativity. This is when you get the power back. It's plain and simple. I'm trying to get you from the slavery mindset into a godlike mindset. You gentlemen call yourself God, then you got to create. You gentlemen always want to read Psalms 83 and ye are gods and all this other stuff. Well, you're gonna have to create, homie. You can't call yourself a god cold shelling. You some type of god, but you with the rest of the group. Nah, that's not godly at all. Sorry. That's not godly. God created. If you're once again, if you're made in the image and likeness of this creator type being, you have to do what that creator being was doing. Plain and simple. I don't know what to tell you, gentlemen. So make your choice today. You're going to produce or you're going to consume? You want to be with the real winners or you're going to be with the losers? So I'm going to tell you this right now. Once you get in production mode and you really get into your thing and doors start opening up, gentlemen, this is when you just vanish. Now you just completely disappear. There's no point in even having no conversation. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to pick up the phone. You don't even need to have my number. This is what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to a point that I just, once again, just vanish in thin air. You don't have to ever worry about what I'm doing. It's when you become a ghost, for real. Don't have to keep running. Man, I'm not doing none of that. I told you, gentlemen, I'm taking my life back. I told you, gentlemen, I am the real life villain to these mediocre, parasitic people. I'm the real villain. Check it out, yeah. Oh yeah. I am a real villain to a parasite. Nah, you can't latch on to my shit. You can't latch on to my shit. Nah, you can't borrow no money from me. Nah, I'm not with that. Do what you always been doing. You were consuming off of whoever will keep doing that shit. But you're not gonna consume off of me. You're not gonna leech off of me. I don't with you. Matter of fact, I don't even have to have this conversation. See, I'm trying to get to a point that I don't even have to have conversations with parasitic people. See, parasitic people want to try. They want to try and do this. No. See, I'm trying to get to a point that I don't even have to conversate with you. We don't have to have a conversation whatsoever. And once again, I don't care. Well, once again, I don't have, listen, all that gaslighting, parasitic nonsense. Listen, that shit don't work on me. I'm gonna tell you guys once again, I'm the real life motherfucking villain to these parasitic people. I don't care. These people get on blogs, this, that, and the third. Oh, woe is me. Listen, I don't give a Oh well. When I was working, y'all was chilling. Let's rewind that. When I'm sitting here putting in this work, you guys were sitting out there chilling. So you get what you get. Consumers don't get the same rewards that producers get. I'm sorry. Those people who are really producing, I can't sit there as a consumer and demand the things that you get. Oh, my bad. I knew you way back, or we're family, this, that, and the third. Once again, you were chilling. I was producing. You don't get the same opportunities I get. You can't make demands on me and say, I need to roll with you. No. You get what everybody else gets. All you guys were in comfort, so all you guys get the comfortable prize all together. I separated and created. Let's rewind that. I separated and created. I separated and produced. I separated and became attractive. I separated and now I'm going on to my mission. Now my mission can lead me to another land somewhere. It is what it is. I can finally move forward in life because I got into my creativity. Same thing with you, gentlemen. You can move forward in life when you start creating. When you create, this is when you can progress in life. This is when you can make the separation. You can create your own rules when you create, gentlemen. When you create, you can create. When you create and you produce, and once again, you take that thought and you manifest it to something tangible, then it becomes purpose. Then from your purpose, it leads to your mission. When you create the purpose, it leads to your freedom. When you create the purpose, it leads to power. I created something. I have something tangible now. This came from me. Well, not this, but I created something. I have the power. How's He-Man? I have the power. He-Man. Y'all remember that show back in the 80s? They brought it back again, but yeah, you remember the original He-Man? Yeah, I have the power. Right? Because he had the sword in his hand, right? He had the sword. See, when he had the sword in his hand, he said, I had the power. Right? He didn't have his hands like this, I had the power. No, sir. You had the power because you had the sword. You gentlemen got the power because you created something. This gives you power. Then with this power, you can go anywhere you want to go. You can travel anywhere you want to travel, gentlemen. You don't have to keep coming back to them barbecue. Nah, gentlemen, it's about forward movement. You gentlemen going to have to make up your mind. Are you going to consume or are you going to produce? The winners produce, the losers keep consuming. It is what it is. I don't care who feelings are hurt. I'm sorry. The winners produce, the losers consume. Still sitting at them clubs, still sitting up in the females' faces, still doing the same old. But somehow you're going to overcome. Not gonna happen. Once again, I don't care whose feelings are hurt. I don't care. I'm speaking pure facts. Not only am I speaking pure facts, I'm demonstrating. I'm doing it for myself. I'm making it happen every single day. I'm producing every single day. I'm creating every single day. I don't have time to go back and to do what I used to do. Them days are done. It's about creation. It's about production. It's about freedom. It's about power. It's about the mission. I'm trying to move, man. I'm trying to move. I need to get my wings and fly. I want to go here. I just want to be free to go wherever I want to go because I'm always creating. I've been creating for the last couple of years, so I got things on the back burner. I got catalog of YouTube videos. I got catalog of podcasts. I got catalog of designs. I got stuff from 7 years ago. I got catalog. Like I can eat off the stuff that I created over 7 years ago. Can you guys say that? Can you eat off the things that you created 7 years ago? Can you actually say that? No, seriously, can you actually eat off the things that you created years ago? Can you do that? And still to this day, you're creating, just like me. I'm creating to this day. I got stuff from back, like I said, 6-7 years ago, I haven't even put out yet. And I can eat from that stuff from 7 years ago. Can you guys say that? Because I'm creating, I'm putting in this work every single day. I don't care what's going on. I ain't care about who was doing this and who was doing that. And, as many times I got invited to the club and, hey, let's do this. Nah, man, I'm not doing none of that, man. I had to cut all that stuff off. You guys are cool with your whatever little bit that you got. That's cool. I'm not going to knock you, but that's not cool for me. I see more for myself. I see more for my little girls. I see more. Every single day. I got so many platforms of myself and my children, man. I got things. I don't have time to keep playing the double dutch and hopscotch with people of old. I'm going this way. You want to chill and be comfortable and consume? Knock yourself out. I'm going to where the producers go. Like I said, man, it's time to get ghost. I'm trying to be a ghost. I'm trying to be a ghost of Sparta. You guys don't see me at all. I see you, but you don't see me. Anyways, man, that is my time. Appreciate everybody. Give yourself a hand. Yeah, gentlemen. So that's what happened, gentlemen. The community went from a production community to a consumption community. And now you have to decide, are you going to go back to producing, which is the power, which is the freedom, which is your mission, or are you going to keep doing what everybody else is doing? Everybody else is consuming and chilling and whatever those people do, they're going to get what they get. Or are you gentlemen going to make the separation you're going to create? You gentlemen talk about power, you got to create something. You talking about freedom, you're going to have to create something. You talking about being rich, you're going to have to create something. That's what it is, gentlemen. Anyways, that's my time. Appreciate everybody. If you guys can please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you guys can Cash App and the PayPal down there on the bottom, please donate. I would greatly appreciate it. Once again, just making this channel bigger and better, doing the things I need to do. Also, put the or hold up a second. My bad. Oh yeah. Come by come get some merch. Come get some merch. Come get some merch. I'm gonna put this up there, man. I'm gonna put this up there. Put on a hat. Yeah, man. Come get some merch, man. Like I said, gentlemen, I produce all my own stuff, man. Everything you see me wearing comes from somebody else who's producing or comes from me. I get it in, man. I don't play. Though this is, this is the time that I'm on. It's time to make a clear separation. Gentlemen, you do the same thing. Make a clear separation. Ladies, you too. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no hate for anybody. I don't have hate. I'm just saying it's time to separate. The only time that you can really and honestly separate from mediocre people is through your creation. It's through your productivity. The more you produce, the more you separate. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyways, that's my time. I appreciate everybody. If you need to get in contact with me, here's my email. Sponsorships, collaborations. Listen, I'm with it all, man. I'm with it all, man. It's my email address there. Appreciate everybody for sticking with me, rocking with me. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Like, share, and subscribe. If you can do that, if you can watch me, please hit the like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Appreciate everybody once again. Gentlemen, stay up. Peace.